ready to move on to the pedestal. Now before we get started, I'd like to talk a little bit about this pedestal. This pedestal I have right here, it's a professional pedestal. As you see, it's empty underside. Sometimes in performance we'll be crawling underneath it. The sides are open because we will put different drapes along the sides to match our performance that we're doing that particular night. It is also extremely high. It's pretty high for a little pony. So if you would be teaching your horse to get on the pedestal that I would recommend would be a round pedestal with a rubber top and solid slanted sides. This would be very, very good and it would fit your needs. But this pedestal fits our needs for performing. So let's get started. Now it's the same thing with the pedestal as it is with the bridge. We want to be able to control all of the body parts. So the very, very, very first thing we're going to do is simply walk our horse straight up to this pedestal, making sure. So, good point in case. Many horses will walk right up here and jump on the pedestal. They will do exactly what Toby just did. Now guess what happens? They get up here and they say, "Oh my God, I'm a foot higher and I don't know how to get off this thing." And they scare themselves. They panic. And even worse than scaring themselves, a horse could hurt themselves. If they panic and freak out, their body parts can go many different directions. And that is a danger for us and them. So it's very important to not let your horse run up here and jump on, because most horses will. So the very first thing we need to do is walk them up here straight and stop. And not let them get on. So let's try this again. So we need to be able to walk our horses right up here, straight and stop. Hey. And then back them up, straight, and stop. So once again, walk them up straight, and then back them up straight and halt. Now instantly he wasn't straight, so that's where I'm going to say, we're regrouping, we're getting straight. Walk them up straight and halt. So once we can do this and we're very consistent, we can make sure that we can walk them up straight and stop, back them up straight and stop. That is when it's time to ask for our first leg. We're going to start by lightly tapping our horse's first leg. Now many horses, just by tapping, they do not know to get up on the pedestal quite yet. So I'm going to help them out. This might sound a little different, it might be a little different, so I'm going to help them out. And I'm going to reach down their first leg, ask them to pick it up and put it on the pedestal. I might kind of make a little sound so they know it, so that they know that this is kind of a funny sound and it's a little different. It's a little different feel, it's a little different sound. So I want to make sure that they're comfortable with that. And then I'm going to back them up. Back up. So once again, I'll walk them up nice and straight. Now eventually what you will get, now there, he is not straight. You just straighten him out and ask him to halt. Good boy. Now eventually what you want your end result to be is tap, 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 1 foot up. And then back him up. So making sure my horse is nice and straight, and then asking for 1 foot and asking them to hold this 1 foot up there. And backing up. Now, as you notice, I never, ever let my horses walk past the pedestal. The reason being is because I don't want them to go off the front of the pedestal. So I never, ever walk them past and around the pedestal. I always walk them behind the pedestal to get straight once again. Some horses will put their second foot up here and get crooked. Now, the main key when they put their second foot up here is to pause. To make sure they pause and don't get all antsy and body parts go in every direction. Many horses will put their second foot up here and get a little crooked. If that happens, just pause and back them up and straighten them up and do it again. This is why it's so important to be straight right from the beginning, because you want to set them up to be straight. It gives them a much higher success of being straight once they get up on the pedestal. So let's put our 2 feet up on the pedestal. So we want to walk them up nice and straight. Now there, I didn't ask for it. That's why I'm going to say no. I am going to control every single foot. I'm going to ask for my first foot. And wait. Second foot. Tap, tap, tap. Pause. Now I want them to get their second foot up and pause. And the reason I want them to do that is because I want them to get up here and pause and say, okay, what do we do next? I want them to always go to me for an answer, making sure that they always look to me to see what they're supposed to do next. Now notice that when he lifted up, he started to get a little crooked. This is a big pedestal, and he is a little pony. Many horses will get a little crooked getting up, putting their first 2 feet on the pedestal. It's very important that when they put that second foot up there for the first time, that you let them get up there and get comfortable. So now we're going to back them up and do it again. Toby, back up. Always remembering to back up straight. And reward him back here.